They're starting. Say again? Did we manage to go something like this? Are we live to YouTube right now? All right. I am recording. Aye, aye.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Robert Parga, principal here at Medfield High School, and it is with immense pride and joy that I extend a warm welcome to all of you gathered here today for the commencement ceremony for the Medfield High School class of 2025. To begin our celebration, please rise and join me in welcoming Senior Vivian Ladd, who will honor us by leading the singing of our national anthem.
You got it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yeah. Both things on full auto.
The last
focus
thing
and
my
full
mom
auto.
said to
Yeah.
me when I left the house this morning was make sure everyone in their underwear. So far, you, not a fan.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, family, friends, and administration. Welcome to the Medfield Class of 2025 graduation. My name is Aaron Ravage, and for the past 2 years, I have had the pleasure and honor of being the Class of 2025 class president. I'm sure some of you parents might not have known who your child's class president was, and if you didn't, I'm pretty positive you wouldn't have guessed me. But here I am. Now there's the classic welcome speech, in which I could retell every major event throughout our 4 years. But why do that? We all know what happened. We were the ones there. So instead, I figured I would share a quick story and let everyone move on to some more qualified speakers. Now before I give any advice, if you're listening to this speech and thinking to yourself, Aaron, I once witnessed you watch Netflix and Flex on your laptop while scrolling through TikTok on your phone while you're supposed to be doing your math homework that was due next period. Why would I listen to you? I'd say that is definitely fair, and if you want to tune me out for the next 3 minutes, I won't hold it against you. This story only survives in my life because my mom liked to write down everything funny my sisters and I said as kids. So, shout out, Mom. A 4-year-old Aaron was on the move, strolling around the house, snacking on some cashews, thinking about who knows what. Suddenly, bing, bang, boom. There I am, laying at the bottom of a small flight of stairs. Then, my tiny clenched fist raises to the sky, and I look at my mom, whose jaw is on the floor, and I say, at least I saved my cashews. That's it. That's all I said. Now, I don't tell this story just to brag about how at 4 years old, I had the toughness of a prime Danny Woodhead. Real ball millers know who that is. There's some real takeaways from this. 1, why did I decide to take my cashews on the move? Just eat them there. 2, why was I roaming around the mudroom unattended? Third child. But more important than that is the response to falling down the stairs. No tantrum or overreaction because of what just happened. Instead, for some reason, my little 4-year-old mind went straight to the good news. At least I saved my cashews. At least. I think that is an extremely underrated phrase. Can you imagine how much happier we would be if when something unexpected or unwanted happened, instead of spiraling out of control, thinking this could end the world, we thought of some at least. At least I still have this to look forward to. Or at least I still have these people in my life to help me. I believe we all should, myself very much included, try to tap into our 4-year-old self sometimes. Not every part of it. Obviously, we don't need to throw temper tantrums and hurl broccoli across rooms, but that blind optimism and gratitude that kids tend to live by. So I challenge all of us, next time something not so great happens, to come up with a minimum of one at least statement. For example, we may be done with high school, but at least you will never have to take Algebra 2 again. Sorry, Miss Flanagan. Or, we may not be in school together anymore, but at least we will always have each other and the Medfield community to fall back on. So class of 2025, as Jason Tatum once stole from Kevin Garnett, it's a surreal feeling. We did it. Thank you, and congratulations.
Better? Better? Okay. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Really not the worst thing.
Welcome to members of the Medfield School Committee, Select Board, parents, grandparents, students, teachers, administrators, members of our community,
It's
and
starting to
distinguished
feel a
guests
little
of Medfield
drizzly,
Public
yeah.
Schools. Today we celebrate this outstanding class of 2025 by culminating
That's
13
fine.
years of learning, making friends, and achieving success. The class of 2025 has consistently demonstrated the traits we value and expect from our students. The qualities of respect, inclusiveness, responsibility, hard work, and politeness all begin at home, but are reinforced daily within our school district. I've had the pleasure to observe these positive behaviors and actions on countless occasions on my past 12 years here at Medfield. The many sporting events, amazing art shows, band concerts, plays over the years, and recently this class on the senior cruise, prom night, senior recognition, class day, last night at launch, although I'm regretting the decision to play dodgeball with a bunch of 18-year-olds. But most importantly, it's their day-to-day interactions with their peers as they move from school to school. One thing that has struck me with the class of 2025 is their remarkable resilience. From navigating a global pandemic during the middle school years to facing the recent profound loss within our school community. It is their very resilience that has united all of us and continues to be a source of our collective strength. The class of 2025 is an outstanding group of kids that will be missed by everyone in Medfield Public Schools. As we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2025, it's important to acknowledge the significance of developing the whole child. Education in Medfield extends far beyond the confines of the classroom, and these activities where our students truly flourish. The Medfield experience is enriched by countless opportunities provided to students to explore their interests, discover new talents, develop essential skills in life. Whether participating and engaging in the arts, joining clubs and organizations, playing sports, or volunteering in the community, these experiences in partnership with our parents and guardians have fostered the development of these well-rounded individuals. The class of 2025 exemplifies the power of a holistic education that values both academic excellence in the cultivation of character, curiosity, leadership, teamwork, and compassion. By nurturing the whole child, we empower our students to become not only successful adults, but also caring and contributing members of our society. Each year at graduation, I share a book or an article that has influenced my thinking over the past year, and also has some relevance to our graduates as they transition to new beginnings. Unreasonable Hospitality is a powerful exploration of how going above and beyond for others, especially in unexpected and deeply personal ways, can transform experiences and relationships. Written by Will Godera, the former owner of the world-renowned restaurant 11 Madison Park, the book shares how he led his team to greatness by embracing the idea that service is not just about efficiency, it's about making people feel seen, valued, and cared for. I have to be honest, when I was at a workshop in February, the presenter recommended the book. I was skeptical about why I should read a book about restaurants. but I quickly learned the concepts of this book translate to any organization or group, and I began to read the book through the lens of our district's core values. If you think about it, almost every part of life has some aspect of hospitality embedded in it. Whether you're going out with friends, having people over your house, or having dinner with others. In unreasonable hospitality, we'll go there and suggest that excellence isn't just about doing your job well. It's about creating moments that make people feel truly seen and valued. It's not enough just to show up. It's how you show up for others. His key themes are something all of us can do. Lead with generosity. Be intentional on our thoughts. And treat everyone, friends, teammates, as someone who deserves to belong. He reminds us that continuous growth isn't about fixing our flaws, but about pushing ourselves to set a higher standard so we can always do better whatever we choose. As you leave here today, think of yourself not as graduates, but as architects of experiences. You will continue to build relationships with friends, co-workers, with members of your family, and your community. And when you build those relationships, ask yourself, will I just do the minimum, or will I lead with care? What will I do to make people feel like they matter? And my addition to this, will you put your cell phone down, listen, be fully present to whomever you're talking to? Because in a world that values speed over substance, efficiency over empathy, the most important thing you can do now is slow down, pay attention, be present, and choose to be kind. That's what makes a life memorable, a career meaningful, and a person unforgettable. So as you leave MHS today, and take your knowledge and excitement and your ambition with you, but remember unreasonable hospitality, and also carry with you your empathy, humility, and boldness. Graduates, I ask you to choose to be a force of inclusion. Choose to make people feel that they belong, and choose to give more than what's expected. Because at the end of the day, it won't matter what your grades are, your job title, or your resume that people remember. It'll be how you treated them and the effort you took to make them feel special. Graduates, today is about you, but also take a moment to acknowledge the support and love of your families. Their encouragement has been vital to your success, and always make time for them now and in the future. The class of 2025, we are all immensely proud of your achievements, and we have no doubt you're destined to do great things. Remember, no matter where your adventures take you, you will forever remain part of this incredible place we call Medfield. You will always have a home here. Congratulations to everyone. Enjoy your day and be safe.
Doesn't look like it. Is it still on auto?
Hello, everyone. My name is Silas Troder, and I'm honored to speak to you today.
Yeah.
To start off, I'd like to again thank
Weird.
all the faculty, staff, administrators, parents, guests, and students for all the help. I'm extremely grateful for everything you've
Do you mind
done
if I quickly go
over these
cover my
last 2 years.
truck bed real fast?
The summer of 2022 was an especially formative time in my life. Not because I ventured to some foreign country, met my role model, or found my one clear passion, but because I had an epiphany. An epiphany that not only shaped the last 4 years of my life, but continues to guide me today. How did I come to such a powerful realization, you may ask? How else but by playing the furiously perplexing video game, Getting Over It, with Bennett Foddy. For those who are unaware, which I assume is most of you, in this 2017 platforming game, the player assumes control of a bald man, stuck at the bottom of a trash-ridden mountain with a Yosemite hammer placed in his hands. Off to an odd start, I know, but stay with me here. As the player becomes oriented with the game's mechanics, they will soon find that their only source of input is their computer mouse. By moving the mouse back and forth, the man's hammer will start to sway in a corresponding motion. With this singular tool, the player has, fittingly, only one objective: to summit the peak in front of them. Sure, Getting Over It obviously had some quirks, but it was a fairly grounded game when compared to other indie titles of the time. But what made it so popular, and what made me play in the first place, was how gruesomely frustrating the game was. With no checkpoints to save your progress, each slip-up and ensuing fall would destroy minutes, perhaps even hours, of bothersome climbing and janky mouse movements. Although the accompanying frustration was often funny to watch from afar, it was not nearly as enjoyable when you're the one plummeting to the very bottom of that mountain. Time and time again, this brutal video game tortured me with its relentless difficulty. Even once I managed to scrape my way up an especially rocky path, I was simply greeted by another monstrous wall to scramble. Every time I thought I was finally getting the hang of it, a small misplacement on my hammer would cost me. Gravity didn't care how much I furiously tried to establish a new foothold. My attempts to rebound could never stop the endless tumble of my character against the unforgiving trail. After spending north of 10 hours at one particularly troublesome section of the game, I wanted desperately to throw in the towel. Why did I even buy this? I asked myself. This isn't even fun. To my past self's credit, I was somewhat right. A vast majority of the time, the game was just not fun. It was obtuse, unruly, impossible to predict. It bred ire into your heart, turning you into a more disgruntled version of yourself each time you messed up. Unlike other games, there was no opponent or teammate to blame. You were all alone with your own failure. You had no choice but to stew in it. Come to terms with it. Accept it. And that right there is when I understood. When I finally knew why this game was made, why I needed to play it. For most of us, failure is something to avoid. When we bomb that English test, lose that championship game, or get rejected from that dream college, we instinctively distract ourselves from the discomfort of it all. But Bennett Foddy, the creator of Getting Over It, didn't give players the option to just run away. You couldn't move past a tricky jump or a difficult climb. You had to mess up, fall to the ground, and slowly but surely make your way back. Failure would cling to you, ready to enrage you as you fall short again and again and again. But after you are tormented long enough, a new feeling arises.
No, it's on manual.
Because while you may still cringe at the sight of another slip, you can't act like you haven't dealt with it 100 times before. And as you make your way up that same section for the 101st time, you don't even have to think as you flail up cliff walls, overcome terrifying gaps, and balance on tiny ledges. You may not be gaining visible progress, but there is no question that you are different now. The challenges have made you more resilient, more sure. You don't think that you can climb this mountain. You know that you will. With a renewed resolve, I soon returned to the game, spending hours upon hours crafting my skill. Little by little, I learned the layout of each boulder, the placement of each hidden crevasse, and the length of each jump. Every mistake I made taught me more and more, providing me with a greater understanding of the game's structure. Rage was still present, obviously, but not nearly to the extent that I felt it before. My anger had become my motivation, my reason to carry on. After many more attempts that spanned several long nights, I finally reached it, the mountain summit. It was almost bittersweet, seeing this journey coming to its conclusion. But as the credits rolled against the game's starry night sky, I couldn't help but feel ecstatic. With this peak in the past, the rest of my high school life became my new summit to conquer. Unfortunately, as I am too often reminded, life is hard. Not every day is great. Some are just truly awful. It can often feel like one bad event begets 1,000 other misfortunes. One slip sends you falling into the abyss. While a video game might upset you for a few minutes, life can bruise you, burn you, abuse you, confuse you, deflate you, berate you, sadden you, madden you, and even break you. But it is my belief that it is because of those hardships, not in spite of them, that we can enjoy life at all. For as we climb our own paths, caught up in our own struggles, we will find another hiker, just as lost ourselves, yet just as determined to reach the top. In our combined journey, we will share not just victory, but more importantly, our defeat, our pain, our loss.
All right.
We learn to march through the harsh current of doubt, reveling in our invaluable capacity to get back up. Perhaps Bennett Foddy, echoing the words of the philosopher Gordon Allport, put it best. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. Right now, I have no clue what my meaning could be or how long it will take me to find it. And though many of us might pretend that we are certain in our future, I'm sure that many of you in the audience, both young and old, feel similarly cast adrift. We may try to follow the path walked by those before us, but these plans will ultimately fall apart. As time passes, the trails we follow will start to fade into the unknown. The faraway horizon will remold itself, and our own aspirations will transform around us. And once we walk far enough, some kind of obstacle will inevitably come to block our way. So, I leave all of you with one final request. When you find that impediment, whether it be a quaint hill or a towering mountain, do not stop in place, divert to some other trail, or turn back around. Instead, throw yourself at it. With all the grit you can muster, force yourself to climb. Because when we try to avoid the full extent of life, that is when we forfeit ourselves to the whims and wishes that lie completely outside our control. To find true success, to discover what really matters, to carve out your place in the seemingly absurd and nonsensical world, you have to embrace life with all its faults and all its gifts. Thank you.
Well, at least it's not a downpour.
Hello, teachers, administrators, staff, friends, families, and fellow graduates. My name is Shane, and it is an honor to be here with all of you to celebrate this important moment in our lives. We could not have made it to where we are today without your guidance, support, and mentorship. The class of 2025 thanks you. Before I really dive in, I want to say that I think we have a truly special class. Our accolades are seemingly endless. We've won TVL and state championships in volleyball, cross country, lacrosse, track, tennis, baseball, golf, basketball, softball, hockey, field hockey, and soccer over the past 4 years.
To the right.
We've created beautiful paintings, sculptures, and abstract pieces of art. We've performed fantastic plays and musicals. We've lived through the most significant historical event in Medfield since the end of King Philip's War in 1678, the opening of the Chipotle by Shaw's. We've competed in DECA, mock trial, and Model UN. We've lifted others up through best buddies, active minds, and project teamwork. And we've ensured that no Medfield student will ever again go to nature's classroom. I'm sure that a certain incident involving a glass door had nothing to do with that decision. Through all these experiences, we have bonded as a class, and all these memories are cause for celebration, which we will do today and well into the night with the all-night grad party. Shout out to all the parents organizing that, by the way. It's very nice of you to throw us a massive party, and I'm sure you would rather not be buying McDonald's for a group of highly caffeinated high schoolers at 3 in the morning. With the celebration, it is heartbreaking that we are here at the finish line without Ava Leroux. Ava was an integral part of who we are as a community, and her presence is deeply missed by us all. Now to get into it. Hanging up in my kitchen, stenciled onto a brown piece of wood, is a quote by Henry David Thoreau. The quote reads, "The question is not what you look at, but what you see." For years, I looked at this sign, not grasping its meaning. Now, I understand. Thoreau is saying that our outlook and mindset play the dominant role in determining our reality, not our physical circumstances. A simple example of this is the weather. The same 40-degree day will seem tropical to an Alaskan, yet freezing to a Floridian. While yes, some moments in life are entirely joyful, while others are purely devastating, the vast majority of our experiences outside of these extremes can be seen as good or bad if we allow ourselves to consider a different point of view. We're not stuck in traffic on our way out of the high school parking lot. We're gifted an extra 5 minutes to unwind and listen to music. We don't have to walk laps around the track in wellness. We get to walk laps around the track in wellness. We're not the only person to be cut from the lacrosse team during sophomore year tryouts. We're the person given the opportunity to join the spring track team. If that last example seems very specific, it's because I was the person who was cut from the lacrosse team. By managing not what we look at, but what we see, I believe we hold the ultimate power to control our happiness, success, and fulfillment. Take, for example, the Chinese fable about a farmer from thousands of years ago. The farmer was leading a successful life until one day his only horse ran away. The farmer's neighbors heard the news and said, "We are so sorry that your horse ran away. That is most unfortunate." The farmer said, "Maybe." The next day, the horse came back, bringing 7 wild horses with it. That night, the neighbors returned, saying how lucky you are. What a fortunate turn of events. Before you had 1 horse, and now you have 8. But once again, the farmer just said, "Maybe." The following day, the farmer's son began training one of the horses, and while riding it, he was thrown and broke his leg. The neighbors lamented. "How unfortunate," they said. The farmer responded, "Maybe." The next day, military officers came to draft young men for the war, and the farmer's son was spared due to his broken leg. Hearing this news, the neighbors rejoiced. What a wonderful stroke of luck. Again, the farmer simply said, "Maybe." This fable showcases that our initial labels of situations as good or bad are often made prematurely, and that almost all annoyances, mistakes, or defeats have some redeeming quality to them as long as we keep an open mind and acknowledge that the true lesson may yet to have materialized. The ultimate example of this is failure. Many of us view failure as a force to be avoided. Failure is disappointing. Failure is embarrassing. Failure is daunting. All these statements may be true, but what if we choose to see failure not just as a defeat, but as an opportunity for growth? Flunked a math test? We learn to study further in advance. Lost a playoff game? We learn to perform under immense pressure. Failed the test and lost the game in the same week? We learned how to face a somewhat displeased parent. By seeing failure as a positive force, as a lesson that leads to personal growth, ironically, failure becomes a form of success. Failure no longer means failing, it means learning. If at any given moment, the only 2 possibilities are reaching a goal or improving through defeat, we cannot truly fail. And as Reverend Robert Schuller famously asked, what would you attempt if you knew you couldn't fail? The power of a positive mindset extends far beyond how we view our circumstances and potential failures. It also changes how we view ourselves. The proverb goes that just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Right now, we are at a moment of unbelievably intimidating growth in our lives. In a few months, many of us will be leaving our families behind to enter unfamiliar parts of the country and live with thousands of strangers. Some of us will be getting jobs. Some of us will be entering the military to selflessly and graciously serve our great nation. During these times, we will question who we are and what we want to do. In the mirror, we will look at someone who is uncertain, self-conscious, or apprehensive. When this happens, we must choose to see someone who is brave, someone who is capable, someone who is strong. We must recognize Henry Ford's adage that when it comes to achieving greatness, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. In times of trial, we must see ourselves not as who we are, but as who we want to be. And like the caterpillar that the proverb describes, when we feel like the world is ending, we must recognize what is truly happening. We are growing wings and learning to fly. By seeking out the beauty around us, we can make the world brighter and change our lives. I'll leave you with one more story from the best-selling novel Atomic Habits by James Clear. clearly discusses a disabled man who was asked how difficult it was being confined by his wheelchair. The man responded and said, "I am not confined by my wheelchair, I am liberated by it. Without my wheelchair, I would be bedbound and unable to leave my house. With my wheelchair, I am free." So 6 months from now, or a year, or 4 years, if our roommate is really, really annoying, instead of saying, "How unfortunate," like the farmer, we should say, "Maybe." When we're homesick and want to see our families, instead of feeling dejected, we should say, "Maybe." When we don't yet have friends like we did back home, and we miss our closest companions, instead of feeling alone and isolated, we should say, "Maybe." For the difficult roommate may strengthen our problem-solving and conflict resolution skills. The feelings of homesickness will make our inevitable reunion with loved ones all the more meaningful. And a blank slate of friends may lead us to the people and lifelong relationships we were always meant to find. Class of 2025, it has been absolutely wonderful to spend this chapter of our lives together. Now I ask you, when looking at the uncertainties, obstacles, and beauties facing us in the future, what will you see? Thank you.
Hello graduates, families, staff, and friends. I'm Michelle Kirkby, Chair of the Medfield School Committee. And as Chair of the Medfield School Committee, it is my great honor to speak on behalf of the community and offer a few words of congratulations to the class of 2025. To our graduates, this is your moment. You've crossed the finish line of high school, and with this milestone, you've closed a chapter filled with hard work, resilience, and growth. Today is a celebration of all you've achieved and the beginning of everything that lies ahead. Your class has shown us what it means to adapt, to persevere, and to lead with kindness and courage. You've lived your high school years through some truly unprecedented times, and yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and ready for what's next. Whatever your next step, college, work, a gap year, or something uniquely your own, you leave here equipped with more than just knowledge. You carry with you the values that have been nurtured throughout your time in Medfield: curiosity, community, compassion, and character, qualities that will serve you well in whatever path you choose next. On behalf of everyone here, thank you. Thank you for the ways you've shaped our schools, for your voices, your energy, your service, your spirit. You've made your mark here, and I have no doubt you'll go on to make your mark on the world. Life can take us in directions we didn't anticipate. Some of those turns are joyful, others are hard to make sense of, but each step teaches us something and reminds us of the power of compassion, adaptability, and strength. In a world that can often feel uncertain, you've shown that connection and empathy are powerful constants. And as you head into new chapters, please remember this: you come from a town that has always believed in you, and no matter where you go, we will always be behind you. You will always have a home here in Medfield. Congratulations, class of 2025. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be speaking amongst my fellow classmates, their families, and the teachers and faculty that got us to this point. In truth, it is so weird to be standing here commemorating the end of high school. When seniors told me these 4 years will fly by, I found it hard to believe because all I could focus on was the upcoming tests I had to study for and the 400-meter workouts I had to do for track after school. Yet I think we can all admit deep down they might have been a little bit right, because in retrospect, the hours turned into days, then months, then years. And now, we are standing here today on the brink of a new chapter in our lives, beyond these brick walls that became so familiar to us. While this is a time for congratulations, I must apologize for the fact we are parting from the faces we have seen over 2,340 days since Memorial School. Amongst these days, we have shared laughs, homework answers, embarrassing middle school phases, friendships, and in times, loss. So before we go, I'd like to share a story from my 4 years that I hope is a theme you can resonate with in these upcoming years of change. Freshman year was a new beginning with new classes, new teachers, and a whole new building to learn, but by the end of the year, I fell back into my routines, but just a little bit older. Maybe out of self-growth, likely out of boredom, I decided that I wanted to try something new and widen my horizons. Little did I know that idea would start the most intense 4-year-long challenge with myself. Essentially, each year I strive to do something incredibly out of my comfort zone. So the summer before my sophomore year, I did the most daunting and scary thing that anyone could ever do. I joined the cheer team. Now I'm the most uncoordinated person ever, so when I told my parents and friends that I was joining med cheer, they laughed, thinking it was a foolish idea that would soon fizzle out. Yet I hauled myself to the 9-to-2 practices in the summer, the weight room workouts, and eventually cheered at my first game. While it had initially seemed horrifying, cheer quickly turned into my favorite thing. With that positive experience, I thought, junior year, I really need to step it up. I've already got the dancing in front of an audience, but what else can I add? Why not singing? So in the fall of my junior year, I decided to audition for Medfield High School's production of Grease the Musical, and I got cast as one of the leads, which was a man. So I slicked back my hair, put on a leather jacket, and sang in front of a live audience. If you told me that I'd be singing, let alone in front of others, I probably would have cried on the spot. But once again, I found that the horrifying stunt became my favorite thing in my life. These stories paint me to be an adventure seeker, but in truth, I wasn't. My hands shook cheering rowdy, and I doubted myself constantly backstage. In actuality, while I tried the new scary things around me, it was the community that surrounded me that encouraged me to actually keep going. I could not be more grateful for the relationships I formed along the way for those silly challenges. Now you might be wondering, what was my senior year challenge? How could I step it up? And well, I cannot take full credit for this one. At the end of my junior year, I sat in the bleachers watching my friends in the class of 2024 graduate, when my friend Chloe McCormick tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Claire, watch, this is it." And as I watched the student speaker craft and execute a perfect speech, I thought, I could never do that. And as if on cue, I realized Chloe found what my senior year challenge would be. As I retested the idea in my brain, it only solidified how out of my comfort zone this feat was. Even writing this speech, I had a pit in my stomach thinking about actually speaking it, and I probably wouldn't be standing here today if my friend Abel Rowe had encouraged me to actually submit this speech. I would compare the feeling of stepping out of your comfort zone to going on a roller coaster for the first time as a little kid. You get excited all through the line, but once the seatbelt actually clicks, you start questioning every choice you ever made, while trying to act cool in front of the older kids nearby. But once you're in motion, once you feel the drops, the loops, the rush, you realize, I love this, and want to do it again. And really, life feels like one big roller coaster of challenges and drops, especially now in a time when our futures are entirely undefined. And while none of it is guaranteed to be a smooth ride, I believe we're more ready than we think. Because the reality is, I'm not the only one who's taken on bold and impressive challenges over these years. Our class is full of people who have pushed themselves in ways that deserve to be celebrated. To commemorate a few, Carl Kirchhoff solo traveled to countries like Canada and Mexico. Rowan Tracy started his own company and marketed his Medfield junk shirts to half the student body. Isabella Jalamira Oliveras moved across the world from Venezuela to Massachusetts and learned English. Kyle Hudson danced professionally on the streets of Boston. Dylan Arnold earned a YouTube play button for his viral Minecraft channel. Owen McEntee competed in fencing competitions and is continuing in college. Lawrence Samokal had a photography published in the Boston Globe. Allison Hom competed nationally in gymnastics. Shane Unger created award-winning horror films. Maggie Winget published a poetry book. Will Boxmeyer committed to the United States Naval Academy. And shout out to our senior state champs in girls volleyball, hockey, and basketball. These are just a handful of the many incredible accomplishments from our class. Reminders of what we're capable of, even as we head into a future where life won't always be pom-poms and leather jackets. The challenges ahead will be different for each of us. What feels like a mountain to someone will be a speed bump to someone else. But if I've learned anything at Medfield High School, so we don't face these moments alone. Many of us will leave Medfield, some for college, some for work, some for places we can't even imagine yet. In time, we'll go on to join new communities, take on new risks, and call a new place home. While that can feel isolating, all of us are connected through our time we shared at Medfield. What we found here and the people who helped us find it will stay with us no matter where we go, because we are all in this together. So here's to life's next big drop. We've got this, class of 2025. This roller coaster is just getting started. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I make a few remarks, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to the remarkable individuals who've worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this entire week, especially today, a great experience for our seniors. First, to our custodians and maintenance crew, thank you for this entire setup. For a heartfelt thank you goes out to our assistant principals, Brenda Hagan and Heather Mendoza. Your organizational brilliance, tireless efforts have been instrumental in ensuring the senior events this past week ran with remarkable smoothness and success. I am deeply grateful for your leadership, especially this week in my absence. And to our administrative assistant, Maura Fitzgerald, whose meticulous attention to detail brought life to yesterday's memorable class day ceremony and today's graduation. Thank you, Maura. So please join me in thanking everyone for all their work this week. Graduates, faculty, family, and friends, this is a wonderful moment. As we gather here today, it's natural to feel a mix of excitement and perhaps a touch of trepidation about what lies ahead. Life isn't always easy, and that is often an often used term, so simple yet so true. In the coming months, there will likely be moments of uncertainty for our graduates, moments where you feel overwhelmed, and moments when you question your own capabilities. In those times, remember the wisdom of Walt Disney. He said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Often, the greatest act of courage is simply believing in yourself when no one else does, or when the odds seem stacked against you. Seniors, I know you are ready for your next journey. The experiences gained during your time in Medfield have prepared you for what's around the corner. But your most potent asset, your true superpower, as they say, lies within your mind, in your capacity to dream big, envision success, and believe in your potential. So as you step away from Medfield High School, carry this conviction with you. And always, always remember, the boundaries of what you can achieve are often only those that you place upon yourself. You all have a story to tell. Your journeys here have been unique, filled with personal triumphs and challenges. But woven through each of your stories is a thread of connection. You've leaned alongside each other, supported each other, and you've now grown together. Think back to those moments when group projects turned into friendships and shared laughter in the hallways of the cafeteria. Think back to when a helping hand was offered when someone was struggling. These are not just fleeting memories, they are the building blocks of your shared experience, and the ties that bind you. Your strength over the past few weeks has not gone unnoticed. I believe it's been fueled by your collective spirit and how you've leaned on each other in these difficult times. This togetherness, this understanding that you are stronger as a whole, is a powerful lesson you take with you today. And it's also a powerful lesson that you've taught all of us adults in this community. Graduates, you have already shown yourselves to be resilient and an inspiring group. Carry that spirit of togetherness with you. Nurture the relationships you've built here and be open to forging new ones on your next journey. The evidence of your collective strength and talent is undeniable. Our student musicians have won numerous awards, showcasing their dedication and artistry in festivals across New England. Our art students have had their inspiring work displayed in our main lobby and in galleries across the Commonwealth, sharing their unique talents with a broader audience. Our theater department has graced the stage with 2 brilliant performances this year, captivating us with their creativity and skill. And let's not forget the incredible achievements of our student athletes, bringing home an astounding 5 state championships over the past 12 months. You are quite simply an impressive group. Your success has brought great joy and happiness to this entire community. And for that, I say thank you. I want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to the parents, the caregivers, the loved ones who are here today. Thank you for your unwavering support of these fine students, and thank you for the support for the work that we have done here in Medfield, and thank you for the trust that you have so generously instilled in us as educators. It has been our distinct pleasure to have partnered with you on this incredible journey. Today, we celebrate this milestone with you. So seniors, this is your day. You did it, and we are so very proud of you. As you embark on this exciting new chapter, know that you leave here with our deepest admiration and our very best wishes. Go forth with courage, go forth with kindness, and with the unwavering belief in your own potential. Congratulations to the Medfield High School class of 2025. Thank you.
Good news, stop granting.
So this would typically be the presentation of the diplomas. If you don't see any diplomas, we wanted to keep them dry. So the students are going to process across our stage, and then they're going to receive their diplomas inside immediately after. So do not grab them out of line, because we will get them right back to you right after the ceremony. Is that a deal? Okay, so welcome class of 2025. We begin with Aaron Joseph Ravitch, class president. Rowan Brian Tracy, class vice president. Gabrielle Denise Duras, class secretary. Charles Michael Richard Kermy, class treasurer. Michael Robert Roth, representative to the school committee. Hannah Marie King, student council president. Allie Rose Benaldi, student council vice president. Sean Edward Graham, student council secretary. Shane Lawrence Unger, student council treasurer and honor essayist. Maeve Catherine Naughton, representative to the school committee. John Michael Barrett, student council historian. Ella Caroline Mulready, student council public relations. Silas Reed Trotter, honor essayist. Claire Elizabeth Elizabeth Teeny, senior speaker. Kerrigan Daniel Allenby. Victoria Ann Amadin. Jalen Ann Anagiri. Giovanni Elias Arias. Avidas Haney Armani. Dylan Edward Arnold. Melena Arroyo Ocasio. Howard Gear Barrows. Elizabeth Keen
In
Blake.
Ireland, they call this Tuesday. In Ireland, they call this Tuesday.
Sai Dheeraj Vadapati. Matthew Christopher Bolduck. Nora Bridget Booth. William James Boxmeyer. Amy Taylor Boylan. Thomas James Brackett.
I got about
Charles
2
Robert
hours left.
Breslin.
Yeah, we good. And I got a spare in my back.
Lily Grace Broder. Ava Louise Bruckerhoff. Avery Donna Bucci. Catherine Elizabeth Callahan. Yara Shaheen. Mason Alexander Sierra.
Whoever's on the rightmost camera, be careful if they want to put an umbrella.
Rebecca Alexandra Cole. John Patrick Kamain. Cassius Da Vinci Costabel. Benjamin Donald Hulam. Catherine Susan Curry. Daly. Maxwell Julian Daly. Joseph Valentino de Leon Ramos. Amelia Ning DeHoff. Jana Noel Della Monica. Sabine Detal. Charles Vincent Duggan. Lila Catherine Farney. Sean Patrick Foley. Shayla Nell Foreman. Emily Virginia Fratellillo. Cole Joseph Fredrickson.
You know what? The funny thing is, it was 40.
Charles Harrison Fry. Kai Garberick. Lena Maria Gotti. Lucas Dante Gotti. Anna Dola Gerasi. Molly Elizabeth Glenn. Luke Thomas Gobin. Catherine May Kingsbury Goodson. Gage Garney Greenwood. Travis Leo Grodzicki. Jack Howard Walton.
Julie Charbel Karam. Catherine Elizabeth Keating. Adeline Snow Keaveney. Maeve Christine Kelly. Kieran Patrick Kennedy. Addison Maria Keto. Parker Nolan Kilmer. Carl James Kirchhoff. Kyle Thomas Kramer. Greta Catherine Krause. Heidi Kuhn. Vivian Siobhan Ladd. Juliet Kathleen Lane. Harrison Joseph Langer. Anna Camare LaRoe. Remembered always, Ava Walsh LaRoe. Anna Kirsten Levangie. Timothy Michael Lodkin. Casey Lewis. Violet Claire Lowney. Sofia Juliet Lozano. Benjamin Timothy Lusby. William Anthony Marr. Megan Elizabeth Mack. Lucy Renee Manuel. Oliver Allen Manuel. Caitlin Serenity Marshall. Francisco Alberto Martinez. Chloe Paige McCormick. Ann McDonald. Owen Douglas McEntee. Joshua Edward McMahon. Caroline Demers McManama. Amelia Marjorie Meehan. Abigail Elaine Menard. Gina Chavis Morales Mendez. Amalia Merturi. Sonia Julia Moiseva. Brandon William Moore. Joseph Patrick Meade. Riley Scheid Meade. Nicholas Dacios. Jack Thomas O'Connell. John Patrick Olenek. Dylan Joseph Oliveto. Michael Bernard O'Reilly. Max Bragdon O'Terry. Tariq Kyra Osgold. Meet Sanjay Patel. Olivia Dawn Kane. Kevin Patrick Pierre. Panayota Palopoulos. Gemma Kate Powell. Jackson Buck Raza. Ian Thomas Reddy. Brooke Taylor Riley. Fisher Thomas Layden Roberts. Caroline Ann Ross. Abigail Sarah Rue. Aiden James Ryan. Ashlyn Kathleen Ryan. Kieran Bruce Ryan.
Will do.
Zane Patrick Saab. John Leonard Sampson. John Sabi Sanderson. David Maximovich Sapoznikov. Alyssa Lena Schoenfeld. Corey Burl Seaman. Jake Lewis Sellinger. Austin Patrick Schaefer. Dizzy Melody Schaefer. James Donald Sherman. Sophia Mae Shields. Nora Mae Smith. Lauren Hope Smolko. Jacob Jeremy Solomon. Samuel Ray St. Mary. Jack Xavier Swartz. Nathaniel Lewis Terrace. Georgia Jane Tessiopoulos. Greta Michelle Tenhagen. James Thomas. Kara Olivia Terrell. Dariella Theodora Talikas. Daniel Joseph Vasquez. Catherine Diesel Wallenius. Olivia Hannah Whalen. Sean Francis Whalen. Henry Martin Whiting. Cynthia Louise Wilson. Margaret Claire Winget. Tyler Charles Zielinski.
Yes. What's up? They go for your camera, you said? Okay, give me 1 second.
We now present to you the class of 2025.
Okay. Okay, I'll be right up.
I have one last announcement before we wrap up. The all-night graduation party volunteers have asked me to remind the parents and friends that the all-night grad party open house will take place immediately following the ceremony for those that want to take a peek inside the school. Look, it stopped raining. Go figure. This concludes our ceremony. I ask that you please remain seated until the seniors have made their way off the field. Our seniors will pick up their diplomas inside and they can meet you in front of school. Thank you again. Thank you for hanging in there with the weather. I hope you enjoyed the afternoon. Be well, everyone.